Greetings and welcome to Connect and Thrive, Volunteering NT's initiative to help enrich lives and connect communities. It is produced for volunteer-involving organisations in the NT, but we're hoping that groups Australia-wide will benefit as we explore and troubleshoot the issues that such organisations commonly face. This is the final episode of this series, and I'd like to personally thank all those who have listened to, commented on, and shared this podcast. We've had a terrific time making it and sincerely hope you've found it useful. If this is the case, please share it with your networks. Our final topic is insurance, without which our organisations may face serious financial and legal consequences. It is narrated by Volunteering NT's very own Mita Das. Enjoy.
Let's talk about a topic that's not always the most interesting, but absolutely vital if you work with volunteers, and that's insurance. You might be thinking, well, our volunteers are just helping out. Do we really need insurance? And the answer is yes, because if something goes wrong, if a volunteer gets injured or someone's property is damaged or a claim is made against your organisation, insurance will protect you and your committee. When you involve volunteers, you have a duty of care. And that means providing a safe environment and managing risks responsibly. Even if you've got great systems in place, accidents still happen. Without the right insurance, your organisation could face serious financial and legal consequences. That's why having the right insurance isn't just smart, it's part of good governance, and it aligns with National Standard 3, which asks organisations to clearly define volunteer roles and manage associated risks. So what kind of insurance do you need? Here are the main ones that you need to consider. Number 1, volunteer personal accident insurance. And this covers volunteers if they get injured while doing approved volunteer work. So it can help with medical expenses and is often called volunteer accident insurance. Number 2, public liability insurance, and this covers your organisation if a volunteer accidentally causes injury to someone else or damage to property while volunteering. Number 3, professional indemnity insurance. Now this is probably only relevant if your volunteers are providing advice or counselling or support services. So it covers claims related to negligence. There's management liability, or it can be called directors and officers insurance, and this protects committee or board members if they're personally named in a claim related to their decisions or actions. Depending on what your volunteers do, you might also need to consider motor vehicle insurance if they drive for your organisation, event insurance for one-off community events, and possibly even cyber insurance if your volunteers are handling online systems or personal data. Even experienced managers can get caught out, and some common gaps include assuming your organisation's insurance automatically covers volunteers because it might not, which is why you might need the specific volunteer accident insurance. Another one that sometimes gets missed is forgetting to include casuals or one-off volunteers, student placements or remote volunteers. And always make sure that you inform your insurer whenever volunteer roles or activities change. So good practice means reviewing your insurance annually or whenever your program changes, keeping up to date with your volunteer role descriptions, and if anything changes, let your insurer know, and keeping good records of incidents and risk assessments. And most importantly, make sure that you let your volunteers know what they're covered for and what they're not covered for. And this aligns with National Standard 5, which focuses on supporting and developing volunteers through clear information and safe working conditions. So all of this might sound a bit scary and overwhelming, but if your organisation is part of a larger state, territory or national organisation, you might actually already be covered by their insurance. For example, local sporting clubs are often covered by their relevant peak sporting body, so make sure you check before you start buying policies. Also, check out Volunteering Australia's resources on insurance. That's a good place to start if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So, being insured isn't about expecting the worst. It's about valuing your volunteers, managing risk responsibly, and giving everyone the confidence to serve safely.
Thanks, Meeta. Having listened to this episode, I now better understand the duty of care we have to our volunteers and just how thorough we need to be in this regard. I'll be checking my organisation's insurance profile with our committee at the next meeting. For more information and to connect with Volunteering NT, follow our Facebook page. Contact details are in the About tab. We also have a social media presence on Instagram and LinkedIn. If you'd like to learn more about the national standards for volunteer involvement and to explore other useful tools and resources, make yourself a cup of tea and Google National Knowledge Base for Volunteer Management. We also recommend checking out volunteeringgateway.org.au, which has a host of information about running volunteer-involving organisations. Thanks again for all your support throughout this series. We really hope it's helped you to connect and thrive.